All right, we are live again here. Hopefully this is better, as our fans are probably going to be cycling in here shortly, hopefully. We got 18 laps left to go. We'll try to keep an eye on this stream. Not sure what's going on. Must be an internet problem or something, but meanwhile, looks like we've got some guys heading down pit road here. Here comes the race leader, Alex Anderson. So that's going to pass the lead on over to Ryan Housen. Looks like the stream is working. So working for now. We'll see if this continues. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties, but again, this has never happened after about, I don't know, 300 streams. So 1 for 300, not too shabby, but nonetheless, 17 laps left to go. Ryan Housen, your race leader. Here comes Housen down pit road. So he's going to surrender the lead on over to Hunter Sr. with just 16 to go. So again, as our fans slowly single-filely join here, and I know most of our fans are probably racing, so we're probably not going to see many pop in, but nonetheless, maybe they can watch this back. But here comes Hunter Sr. down pit road. 15 laps remain here. Going to pass the lead on over to Carl Cantonis in the 99. Nathan Fryer takes over the race lead. Boy, Nathan Fryer's done a pretty good job here tonight, Ruben, don't you think?
Sure, it'd be a good popular win, or even a top 5 for Nathan. It'd be a good kind of start towards the March for the playoffs for him.
Yeah, put on a good show in qualifying. Actually qualified outside front row. Never would have really expected that, but he's looked pretty good here nonetheless. Again, he's not going to win this race. He is out there on pit strategy, but good to see Nathan running well nonetheless. But we are still clean and green here in the Dentist Choice 225. 13 laps remain here. Superstar ARCA Cup Series action Wednesday night racing. Nathan Fryer, your leader for now, but he is going to have to pit here sometime in the coming laps. What do you think his strategy is? You think he's just staying out there hoping for a caution, or what's the plan?
Yeah, I think that would be a good kind of catch them all, like catch them and maybe get these guys a lap down. But, I mean, these guys are going to be ready to go. We only got 13 or 12, I guess, laps to go now. They're going to be fighting to go.
Definitely so here with 11 laps to go this time around Nathan Fryer. Just a matter of time before he heads down pit road, pulling up the pit strategy board. He's got 35 laps out there right now. Looks like your top 4 all are going to have to come down pit road. So that's Fryer, James, Kite, and Bush. But right now, looks like Daniel Molnix is the first car good on fuel. But here comes Eric Kep, though, side by side. Can Kep steal this win? Boy, he kind of came out of nowhere, didn't he?
Yeah, I wonder if he maybe had an alternate strategy or something. Maybe, not sure what it says, but
so
I mean.
Yep, he pit 3 laps before Molnix and Watkins.
Okay, so he got that time, yeah. Which, I mean, 3 laps, ideally, this much in this kind of short of a run, you wouldn't think it's going to hurt him that bad. As I pulled it up on my iRacing, so I'm kind of watching it along with you.
So Good to see here as Michael James takes over the race lead again. He's going to need to pit as well. And then Donald Kite in second. He's also short on fuel. So just 9 laps left to go here in the Dentist Choice 225.
At this point, I really want Isaiah to take it. But, I mean, like, you got one of the literally most veteran guys out there in Molnex, and he's not going to let it make it easier for him.
And it doesn't help him now. He's battling with Kep. He finally gets around Kep, so he's going to have to go to work quickly on the 21 of Daniel Molnix with just 9 laps left to go. You're about to see Donald Kite from second head down pit road, and your leader, Michael James, as well.
Yeah, I mean, with 9 to go, on my screen it says about 3-second gap back to Anderson. I don't think they close that in 9 laps. I think this might be it for the lead here, as long as no cautions come out.
Absolutely. If this thing stays clean and green, you're looking at pretty much a 3-car race for sure. Basically a 2-car, because, I mean, let's be honest, Kep, he did a good strategy call there, but he's got slightly older tires, and he's losing ground right now.
Yeah, I think he gets a win. I mean, I know he was kind of back end of the top 10, so, I mean, he gets top 5. That's a gain for him, especially in the point situation.
And let's real quick pull up the point standings. You're not going to see them on the screen, but our fans will. So Sam Hoff comes in with a 94-point lead on Hunter Sr., Cantonis in third, followed by Martin fourth, Skinner fifth, and then Zabosian sixth. And Zabosian didn't make it out tonight, did he?
No, that I found that out, I guess, right before he had just some other plans for so he wasn't able to make it out. A couple of decent drivers couldn't make it out tonight. I don't think Alan Wild showed up. He's right on that cut line. But yeah, I mean, you got to get the points now. I mean, myself, with all these races, I'm down there, so I need kind of good runs, and just these things aren't helping right now. Yeah. I mean, it's going to be tight getting to that playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be tough for you. You definitely have an uphill battle the rest of the season, but still a long way to go at least.
Yeah, I'm excited for Richmond. Maybe a little short, like change of pace. Looks like Isaiah, he's trying to make that outside line work to get by Molnex. I just hope he don't use his stuff up.
Everything you can here with just 5 laps left to go. About a quarter of a second behind Molnix, but I just don't see him getting the job done unless a lap car maybe slows him down.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're teammates, so you want to race them clean, but I mean, we've seen these guys battle for some wins too before, and kind of Molnex came out on the top of it, so maybe Isaiah tries to get him back. It'd be good. He's long overdue for one.
Yes, sir. But he's right there on the back bumper. Watrous, bumper to bumper with just 4 laps left to go. Molnix decides to take the bottom lane there. Don't you think the top lane would probably be the preferred line here, I would guess?
I think so. I think if you're Isaiah, you almost don't want him to run, because, I mean, he's kind of making it cook, and it might just kind of throw his kind of cycle off, like maybe get some dirty air, put him in a wall. So Molnex is playing that defensive line and just kind of not letting them get to that outside quarter panel. It's going to be interesting. He's going to have to definitely push it hard.
Absolutely. As these two continue to battle it out here for the race win. Appreciate you folks popping in. Again, apologies for the technical difficulties. We had to restart the stream, so at least we're able to get the finish on here. Just 3 laps left to go, about to be 2 here at Old Atlanta. Daniel Molnix, your race leader, trying to hold off Isaiah Watrous in the battle for the win.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just these 2 guys now. I mean, that's about a 2 seconds back to the Eric or Sam now, and I don't think there's no way they catch them. So those guys are banking for a caution. These guys are just wanting to go green and fight it out between themselves. As Isaiah gets in the wall.
Yeah, this is the last chance to get a caution here as they come out of turn 4. It's going to be the white flag in the air this time around. Daniel Molnix, your race leader, takes the white flag. They're not going to have to worry about a caution.
Yeah, I think this one's go ahead and send the checks out, because I think Molnex, he's got it. Unless Isaiah does, Molnex has trouble, but I think it's wrapped up and delivered.
I definitely agree with you here, but into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Daniel Molnix, he's not much of a trucker, but ladies and gentlemen, the 21 Mellow Yellow machine takes the checkered flag. He wins the Dennis Choice 225 at Atlanta. Sam Hoff brings home a 6th place finish. So we got Molnix out front, followed by Watrous, Housden, Johnson, and Senior, your top 5. Let's get some guys in for a quick interview and take a look at the podium there. Again, it's going to be Housden, Watrous, and Molnix, your top 3.
Really, I mean, if you're like a new fan and everything, I mean, that's kind of the racing that you want. Not really draft heavy, a little bit, but you actually have to drive it.
Absolutely. And trying to find Ryan Housden. Here he is. Let's get him into the booth here. Ryan, Blake, and Ruben in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, I hear you, fellas. What's up?
Hey, not too bad for us up here, but a great run for you. You're up front all night long. Bring home the podium finish here tonight. How'd the car feel?
That was an awesome race. Car felt good. It was fun to drive tonight. You had to preserve your tires quite a bit. You could tell at the end of runs when guys didn't do a good enough job, and you could make up spots at the end. It was awesome. That was so much fun.
Yeah, it was a great race. There honestly weren't too many cautions there. I was kind of expecting a little more than that. I didn't really expect a caution fest, but I thought there'd be more than what do we have, 3 or 4?
Yeah, I thought that was a really good race. I know we got a couple of cautions towards the end of a couple runs, but I don't think you could really expect much less, and I think it made for a good race, to be honest.
Absolutely. Well, hey, a great job putting it in the 3rd position tonight. Ruben, you got anything for Ryan?
Yeah, I know I was mentioning Blake. I know in the practices and stuff, you were kind of one of the big savers. 3rd place, awesome job. Do you maybe think that maybe you push some throughout the race, maybe a little harder to kind of jump those guys? I know we were kind of all nose to tail for a little bit. You like have any kind of things you wish you would have done different or strategy to kind of jump those guys?
I think the biggest thing there at the end, I want to say Isaiah and Molnix, they pit a lap or 2 before I did, and I think that was the gap at the end that they had. So I would have probably been a little more aggressive getting into the pits. But really, I just needed a solid run, and this is exactly what I wanted. So I'm pretty pleased with it. Wouldn't change much.
Yeah, well, great job
Yeah, good
out
job,
there
man.
tonight. It has to feel good. Put yourself in a good spot in the points. But hey, before you head out though, Ryan, you got any shout outs or anything before you leave?
Yeah, shout out. First of all, I want to shout out Sam, Nathan, Hunter, Eric for racing there at the end. That was pretty clean, pretty fun. It's we don't get racing like that in this car very often. That was an awesome time. So thanks to them. Shout out to my teammates who made it out tonight, Alex and Albert. It's good chatting with them, coming up with strategy. I think Albert had his best run of the season, so he needed it. Happy for him. Thanks to my family, parents, mom, dad, Josh, Megan, everybody watching at home, Uncle Joe. Finally put one together. Didn't mess this one up. Was pretty clean on pits all night, so ton of fun. And thank you guys for the broadcast.
Hey, well, we appreciate that. Well, good job out there putting it on the podium. We look forward to hearing from you later on in the season.
All right, appreciate it, fellas. Talk to you later.
Yep, you too. There was our 3rd place finisher, Mr. Ryan Housden. Time to get Isaiah Watrous in here as he is ready in the interview room. Isaiah, Blake, and Ruben up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hello.
Hey, a great run for you. You're up front all night long. You end up bringing home 2nd. You had a shot there at the win, but Molnix was able to hold you off just enough.
It was a real good round for a little team. Going 1-2 is always a good thing, as well as our other teammates top 20. Probably could have pushed a little harder at the end, but 2nd place nothing to scoff at.
Absolutely. It was a fairly clean race there tonight. I didn't expect a caution fest like I was telling Ryan, but I definitely expected more than 3 cautions.
Yeah, I was pretty surprised actually. Like there were a few inopportune cautions, but I thought it'd be a lot worse. But I think as a league, we did pretty well all across the board.
Absolutely. Now, Ruben, what did you see out of this 60 car, after you ended up junking yours?
I mean, I know we were talking about it, Sam and I. How'd that? You were kind of the one of the, I guess, only ones really pushing that top line throughout the whole run. I know a lot of guys, myself included, kind of stuck to the bottom and migrated up late. Did you just work on that throughout the week, kind of how to run that throughout the run and not burn your tires up? Because I mean, you were still pretty quick even throughout the run, like the end of the run.
Yeah, I never feel like I fell off. We were comparing tires the whole race. My right rear was the same as everyone else's, but my right front definitely took a little bit of a beating, but they were pretty even. I feel like I wasn't having as big as moments as everyone else, being able to spread my tire wear.
Yeah, and that's another thing. That's another second. What do you what kind of tracks you circling to kind of get it done in the upcoming, I guess, weeks? I mean, it's kind of a ticking time bomb at this point.
Yeah, I tell myself that too to make me feel better. I think any intermediate, I got a really good shot at it, especially some plate tracks too coming up.
Hell yeah.
Well, hey, great job out there putting it in the second position. Another podium for you here to continue a decent start to the season. I've had a few wrecks, but hopefully you can carry this momentum into later on in the season.
That's the plan.
Oh, and before you head out, you got any shout outs or anything for the fans watching at home?
I'd like to thank JV Designs for a good looking car on the podium and Real Talk Racing for a good round all around.
All right, well, short and sweet. Well, once again, congratulations, Isaiah Waters, our second place finisher here tonight in the Dennis Choice 225 at Old Atlanta.
Thank you.
So that was our second place finisher. It's time for the star of the show, tonight's winner, Daniel Molnix. Daniel,
trucker.
Blake, and Ruben up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, you know, me and Ruben, we're talking. You're not much of a trucker, but you are a good race car driver here at Atlanta. You park it in Victory Lane. How's it feel?
Feels great. A couple weeks ago, we all kind of got together, and Sam put up a vote for us to start putting more heat into the tracks. You know, try to get the tracks more racy, and you know, spread the field out a little bit. That way, it's not like a mini pack race all the time, or not as much. And seems to be working out great. I mean, I don't know about everybody else, but my opinion is one of the best races of the season.
I definitely would agree with that. And looking at the laps led, looks like you had 47 laps led, so a pretty good showing here tonight. Ruben, what'd you see out of this 21 car?
I mean, honestly, what we came to expect with Daniel at these intermediates. I mean, always won the beat. Where did you feel, I guess, where it really flipped for you? Was it that kind of jumping those guys on that last pit? Because I know you were up top five all night, but it seemed like Sam and Alex kind of were like there, and you're just, I guess, waiting for them to maybe make a mistake. Was it? What do you think was that last pit where it's just like, this is mine now to take?
Um, yes and no. I actually wanted to run a little bit longer than what I did that last run. My strategy kind of all night was to run the bottom as much as I could, try and save some tire. But I didn't think that the top would be as strong as it was, throughout the whole run. Because every time I would get down there, guys would get the run to my outside, then I'd get stuck, and I'd lose 2 or 3 spots. And then I was hoping to get some long enough runs to where the tire savings showed up more, and we would catch a caution. So I was like, all right, well, let me just try going out and burning them up and see what I can get. And I was able to get up to running Alex for the lead and stuff, and there was a little bit of contact, and I got like really sideways saving it, and I was like, I wanted to run like 5 more laps longer than that, but I was like, nope, we're pitting, and uh, that ultimately is what done it. Especially whenever I pit and seen that Alex and Sam and those guys had ran like 5 or 6 more laps, I was trying to do the math in my head, and I was like, I may, me and Isaiah might have about a 6-second lead here. They'll have the tire advantage, but there was no, I didn't think there was any way that they could make
Catch
that
that,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, and fortunately, me and Isaiah came out together, so we had drafting and all that stuff, and he worked great with me. Shout out to him. I know I owe him from Vegas, so I told him, I was like, look, man, like let's just run nose to tail here, because as soon as we get to racing, like, they're gonna start knocking off half second at least half second a lap on us. I was like, I don't want to throw the race away, So about 5 to go, I was like, we can run it out from here. They're not gonna catch us. And I think he tried to make a move like with 2 to go up in 3, and there was just no. I don't know if he got in the marbles, lost grip or whatever, but he kind of fell back a little bit, and yeah, at that point I was just kind of smooth sailing from there. But yeah, great run for Isaiah. Ryan finishing third. He had a good run all night. He was up there with us. Sam, I don't know if he just kind of played strategy wrong or whatnot, but he was fast all night. Showed really good pace. Yeah, it just kind of came down to kind of a lucky break with not getting a caution right there, like we usually had been, 4 or 5 laps after pit stops. So that's really what worked out, because had we got a caution, that kind of would have screwed it for, my strategy.
Yeah, well, hey, it works out for you. End up parking it in Victory Lane here at Old Atlanta. Hey, before you head out, though, you got any shout-outs or anything to add?
Shout out to my teammates. Michael James, Connor Zabosian, he wasn't here tonight. Kyler Litsky, Isaiah Watras, Alex Anderson. I mean, we all race each other hard, but we, try to do it as clean as we can. Sam putting this on and wanting the feedback from drivers to, make it better. And like I say, we voted for more track temperature, and it's so far working out, I think. And then my dad, he's probably number 1 fan, really. He watches every single Wednesday night that I race. So shout out to my dad.
Hey, always a big shout out to the moms and pops watching. But again, congratulations, Daniel Molnix, tonight's winner at Atlanta. Ruben, you got any last words for him?
Nah, man, awesome job. Fun racing with you, and yeah, good job.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, there he was, your race winner tonight. Daniel Molnix parks it in Victory Lane. That's going to conclude our coverage here tonight. Again, apologies for the issues. It appears Streamlabs just kind of decided it wasn't going to work, because my computer, there was no issue. So, and nonetheless, we were able to get the finish on stream, even though it's not the most convenient. But anyways, that's going to conclude the Dennis Choice 225 with the Superstar ARCA Cup Series. Ruben, you got any final words before we head out?
No, I appreciate you having me again, and hopefully we'll have a good run next week at Richmond, my homecoming, and yeah, pretty good.
All right, well, folks, that is all we got for you. We appreciate you popping in. Click that like button, subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. We will see you back here tomorrow night. Jesse Becker and Christian Taylor are going to be live with the Average Joe's Sim Racing League. Until next time, I'm in the booth here. Ruben Rodas finished out the race with me. I'm Blake Hutchinson. We will see you then.
Yeah.
Coming out of turn 3 and 4. Chad White on the bottom. William Duff on the top. Checkered flag in the air. Who's going to win? It's William Duff. No, look out. He just junked it. Look out. Oh, my God. World's #1 streaming service. Hutchinson Motorsports TV. On the call tonight. On your feet. Off your seats. It's about to go green.